What is going on, Wastelanders? It is me, the Lone Vault Wanderer, here with a Fallout 4 mods information video. So if you play Fallout 4 on PC, you should know that the new update for Nexus Mod Manager has been released, and this is the update that enables the managing of mods for Fallout 4. And this is incredibly important because trying to manually install and manage mods can become quite tedious, especially if you are handling up to, even 5 mods can get quite difficult, especially if they are more complex mods to install. So you really need to be aware of that, and especially if you want to try, testing some mods and experimenting, because there are good ones out there that even me, as someone that wants to play vanilla as possible, there are some mods that I will want to install, and I recommend you guys, again, installing the new update. If you don't have Nexus Mod Manager, the link to the Nexus page is in the description below. If you do have it, next time you open Nexus, it should prompt you to update, but of course you can always forcibly overwrite by going straight to the site and downloading it that way. Now, I'm not going to sit here and claim to be a guru of modding or of Nexus Mod Manager. I'm going to leave that to the expert, and the expert, in my opinion, overwhelmingly is Gopher, and I'm sure many of you know who Gopher is. And I've also, in the description below, included a link to his most latest, or one of his most latest videos, which shows you exactly what you need to do to start installing mods on Fallout 4. And he's done this before, but he has a new video out with a lens of the new Nexus Mod Manager update, which is really great. He tells you that there are some preliminary steps that you have to do, such as editing some ini files. The Nexus Mod Manager tells you that information if you haven't done that anyways, and he also gives you a general rundown of how to install mods. So Gopher's always been the source of information for modding to me, so if you're not subscribed to him, I recommend that you do so, but at the very least, check out that video if you want to know how to start modding your game with Fallout 4 with the newest Nexus Mod Manager software. And I want to show you how it works, because of course, not only is the new update incredibly important just to manage mods for Fallout 4, it also introduces the profiling system. And the profiling system was a feature that was available in other mod managers before it was actually available for Nexus Mod Manager, and then eventually the Nexus guys said, alright, we got to get this done, and now we have the system. It's been there for New Vegas and Fallout 3, and in fact, if you try to install Nexus Mod Manager, it's going to ask you, if you open up the Fallout 3 or New Vegas option, or Skyrim, whatever it is, it's going to ask you to either reinstall all mods automatically, or for you to do it all yourself. So bear in mind that this new update may break your Fallout 3, and it may break your New Vegas and Skyrim. But of course, with Fallout 4, you are starting fresh. So the new profiling system, I think, is a must-have. It really is. And I want to show you how it works. So right now, I have 2 profiles set up in my Nexus Mod Manager. I have one called Video Modding and one called Vanilla. Now, of course, the vanilla one for me is me being me and wanting to play the game as vanilla as possible. No mods, no enhancements, no changes. I just want to play the game as Bethesda intended. But for video making, to show you guys mods, and also for myself to experiment with mods here and there and see if I do maybe want to incorporate those into my vanilla profile, I have another profile which is selected now called Video Modding. This profile has all of my mods installed. So you'll see, well, aside from the enhanced blood textures, you'll see that these 4 mods have the green ticks next to them. And that's because I've installed these mods with the video modding profile active. If I was to go to my vanilla profile, you'll see that it says 0 there, and that's because it has no mods installed. So when I change to that profile, all the green ticks disappear. They turn to the red stop signals. And that's because on my vanilla profile, no mods are installed. The game is as vanilla as can be, again for the reasons I stated above. So I actually do want to show you the changes in real time, and I do have some mods which are going to be able to make my point a lot quicker and a lot easier. So first of all, this is what we're going to do. We're going to open the vanilla game, no mods installed, and we'll see what that does. So we are now in my Fallout game. There are no mods installed, so the game is as any of you would be playing it. Now, I want to show you, when I change my profile, how different the game is. So let's do that. Alrighty, so we're back to the Nexus Mod Manager program, and what we're going to do is swap to my video modding profile, and that's going to enable those 4 mods. The mods that I have installed are an enhanced wasteland preset, which changes the lighting and a bunch of other stuff. It also lowers weapons, so essentially when you're not firing your gun, it just lowers your weapon because you don't really expect, when you're just walking around to constantly have your gun aiming, right? That was the intention of this mod. touch of green, which is going to be the most noticeable difference. It just adds a lot of green grass and green shrubs to the game, and this is why I wanted this mod here, because it's really going to make my point for me. And a value per weight indicator, which essentially adds another little option in the inventory menu, which gives you a value per weight ratio for your items, so you can determine which are the most valuable in comparison to their weight. So let's launch Fallout 4 with the video modding profile. Alrighty, so we're in my Fallout 4 game, and the first thing you're going to notice that everything is green. That's the entire intention of that mod, but I would never play like this. I'm just installing it, and I've had it installed to make a point. This is how the profile system works. Also as well, you notice that with my gun, it's still a bit weird. Sometimes the weapon pops out, but you'll notice that because I'm not aiming, the gun is just rested downwards. So if I want to aim, then I aim, but then it rests it back that way. Sometimes it pops up again. I don't know why it does that. Maybe this is intentional, but whatever. And see, there it happens again. And you might notice that the lighting is kind of different. That's because, again, of the enhanced wasteland preset. It keeps doing that. I'm never going to have this mod installed again. Does it do it like when he sees enemies or birds or something? There are no enemies though. Okay, it's weird. Anyways, ignoring the floating gun. Yeah, so you can notice that now I play Fallout 4 with mods installed, and this way I can actually create videos for you guys to test out mods for myself, and then in my personal playthrough, when I want to play Fallout 4 without any mods, I can do that quite easily by swapping the profile. And that's something that you couldn't do in the past versions of Nexus. If you wanted to uninstall mods, or not play with mods rather, you'd have to uninstall them. That was the only way. Unless you had the other mod manager, which did have the profiling system, that's what you had to do if you had Nexus Mod Manager. Oh my god, I'm never having this mod installed. So anyways, I hope this has been informative for you guys. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. But again, Gopher is the expert, so please check out his video. Ignore the weird gun. I'm never installing this mod. And until next time, this has been the Lone Bot Wanderer. Please take care of yourself. And as always, keep fighting the good fight.